So, should I rent or should I buy a home? Hi, this is Bruce Boyce and welcome to this episode of Homes and Life, affiliated with homesandlife.com. I've been around real estate for quite a number of years now in different industries, and have spent the last 12 years as a licensed realtor in Alberta, Canada. And I found the answer to the question, should I rent a home or buy a home, is not an absolute answer that states what all people should do. In today's world, we have a variety of generations who view things from different perspectives. Due to the internet, many people can be a lot more flexible in where they work from. This allows them more freedom to travel or other pursuits as well. But on the other hand, there are many who need to be in a specific area for their work. Each may view renting or owning from a different viewpoint. So let's look at a few general questions and thoughts before I delve into the pros and the cons of renting versus buying. One of the questions that comes up is, what is your financial situation? Are you already heavily in debt? Do you have a lot of student loans, vehicle loans, private loans? These can impact your decisions. And what are your job requirements? Do you need to be in a specific location to provide your skill or service, or can you do your job from anywhere? And is this the right time to buy? Is it a market that's peaking, maybe won't go much higher? Or could you buy before the market climbs up? And are interest rates going up or down? Another question is, do you have or will you be starting a family? And how will the decision to rent or buy affect the family? When making this decision, and it's a big one, look at the pros and cons. Make your own decision. Don't do something because somebody else said you should. All right, well, let's break this down a little bit further. Renting. What are the pros of renting? Well, flexibility in location is one. You don't like the area you're in? Well, you can pack up and you can move. Depending on your rental or lease agreement, you could be out of there in about 30 days or less. Or maybe your job requires relocation every few years. Renting could be just the thing for you. Another big pro for renting is the maintenance and repairs. If something breaks or malfunctions in a rental property, it's usually the landlord or management company that has to deal with it, not you. Another thought, maybe you have a heavy debt load already and it's just not feasible to purchase a home. Great, then rent and work on reducing your debt. Now, some rental properties have fitness centers and swimming pools right on site, and this is great for fitness buffs, and you could also just consider this a kind of lifestyle renting. Also, when you rent, there's a lower initial outlay of funds, usually just 1 month of rent for a damage deposit. Not like when you're purchasing where you might have 5 or 10 or 20% you need to put out of your pocket. And also, some investment counselors will tell you that renting frees up capital so that you can invest that elsewhere. So, renting, what are the cons of renting? Well, landlords or investment owners treat this as a business, and it is, and they need to show a profit for the money that they've invested. Most often, your rental rates go up, although once in a while in a recession they could dip down for a little bit. Also, renters do not gain from any increase or appreciation on the property that they're renting. The owner could decide to sell and leave you to deal with a new owner and possibly new policies. And there is less flexibility to personalize a rental home. Minimal changes can be done and should only be done with approval, or you could lose your damage deposit. Landlords or management companies are usually quite prompt at doing any necessary repairs, but sometimes it can take a while for the work to be done. Also, when you're renting, there are fewer tax benefits or incentives from the government. And in a hot economy, if you are changing your rental location, there might not be a great selection of rental properties for you to choose from. And after renting for a period of time, you walk away with nothing, but you have helped the landlord to pay for their mortgage. Okay, well, moving on to buying a home. What are the pros of buying a home? Well, owning a home gives a greater sense of security and stability in your life and in your family's lives. And usually, real estate goes up in value, which increases your equity in the property. Sometimes when the economy dips, your value will drop a bit, but eventually it should recover and increase in value. And here's where buying wisely can help you greatly. When it's your home, you can make whatever changes you want to or can afford to. Of course, within the boundaries of the local building codes. And it may be a small thing, but often the insurance company where you insure your house will give you a discount on your vehicle insurance if you insure your vehicles with them as well. And when you do get to the point of finally owning your home, somewhere down the road in the future, that means there's no more payments. There's no mortgage payments. There's just a few basic expenses associated with owning a home. And this in turn frees up funds for travel, additional investments, retirement planning, whatever you want there. All right, so are there any cons to owning a home? Yes, there are. It does tie you down more than renting, and it takes considerably more time to sell a house and wait for the new owner to take possession. In addition, the costs of selling and transferring ownership are fairly high, and that eats into your equity. If you're looking to sell in less than 5 years, depending on the area that you live in, you could end up losing money. And again, this depends on the market in your area. When you own the home, there are more expenses. Depending on the condition of the property, some experts suggest that your maintenance and repairs costs could be about 1% of the value of the property. That's per year. And also every year, property tax comes along and needs to be paid. Sometimes there are unforeseen circumstances and the value of your property could drop. And another one that the investment counselors come up with is they suggest that you're putting a lot of your investment dollars in one spot. So there's some pros and some cons, but there's some other thoughts just to keep in mind as you're making your decisions in this respect. If you are purchasing a home, consider it primarily as a place to live, not just as an investment, although it is a kind of a forced saving system. If you're considering purchasing a home, but you do want an investment, well, consider a multi-family unit. This could be a house with a legal suite or possibly a duplex. These are known as mortgage helpers, as the incoming rent can also help pay your mortgage. Now, owning a home is nice, but when you're looking at it, purchase a home that you can comfortably afford. Don't go out for the dream house and extend yourself too far financially. What that does is it brings a huge amount of stress into your life. And if you're a person who worries about maintenance or repairs and does not want to have to do that, well, consider buying a condo or a strata where the monthly fees look after some or all the maintenance and repairs. Maybe you decided, no, renting works best for me. Well, ask around for opinions on the building and the owner management. Possibly other tenants or neighbors could help in that respect. So in summary, both renting and purchasing a home can work. Each person or family's situation is usually unique to themselves. I suggest you do your due diligence and your research before making any decisions. Talk to some of the financial advisors who suggest you go one direction or the other. and ask them what their situation is. Do they rent? Do they own? And here's a thought. When you are renting or buying, wherever you live should be your home. This is your place of refuge and safety from the world. It's where family grows together and they care for each other. So I'd like to thank you for watching this episode of Homes and Life. I hope these thoughts have been of some value to you. And if so, please click the like and subscribe buttons down below. And remember, life is an adventure. I'll talk to you again soon.